Do you have a 2018 or newer JL and you're having hub issues? Maybe you need to replace it? Well, we're going to show you how to replace it. So I have a used one that has less than 20,000 miles on it. We thought it was something else, so we replaced it. So we're going to put this in. Follow along. You got to break this nut free. Now I've got it in 4 low. And then this screw here is a number 30 Torx. That's just to hold your rotor on. So trying to keep the camera at a position to where it doesn't glare out on everybody. Just put your calipers up so they don't fall out. Caliper mounts. That's where I really like a breaker bar. Also a good time to check your brake pads. We'll wipe this down with some brake clean. And then make sure you take out your wheel speed sensor. Don't try to pull this. Well, you can't pull the hub with the wheel sensor in there. And it's always easier to do all this without the backing plate on. Now I'm always going to say never crawl under. Put your tire under the Jeep. So these bolts right here, there's 3 of them. They're the multi-points. So make sure in your road kit you carry a multi-point socket. It's just 13 millimeter. Is right here on the back side. L's and JT's, these are hard to come across. And I think, now I've had this thing apart once already, so everything's anti-seized. Take your bolts out. So I'm going to try just giving it a couple taps. And it's only because I've had it off before and it's anti-seized that it came off that easy. Now if that hub's really stuck, you might need a gear puller like this. It's hydraulic. I got it from Harbor Freight. I think it was maybe $100. But it makes pulling that hub out really easy. And it's something you could take on the trail with you also. Now you'll find there's no difference between the Sport and the Rubicon hub. The knuckles are the same. The bearings are the same part number. Here's your stub shaft. If you break your U-joints, they're right there. So if you have to change your U-joints out on a trail somewhere, you got to pull the hubs. So it would be good to take these out at home. Anti-seize everything. And then I don't know if you need to use something like our trail vise to replace your U-joints. All this stuff comes apart real easy. Alright, and then John, if you're listening, this one's for you. Especially with the aluminum will corrode on your bearing and lock it in place. Just make sure that your sensor is clocked. Remember, it was sitting off to the one side there. Get your splines lined up. It's easier with a shallow socket, but it still has to be the multi-point. Alright, so I'm going to put a little dielectric grease on the sensor here, so when it goes in for the seal. Alright, so we're going to wipe the rotor down, and you weld. Make sure you buy dechlorinated brake clean, because if you clean it and go to weld with it, it gives off a bad gas. And just so it doesn't stick, and that doesn't have to be like stupid tight. So big thing, don't touch the pads. And you have to make sure the little pins are pushed in. As you go to tighten up the caliper bolt, that'll want to spin. So I just grab it with a adjustable, tighten them up. Now I have to get a new nut for this. They tell you to only use it once. Just make sure you don't have no grease on your rotors or anything. I gotta tie back my brake lines. Alright, since I recorded this, I've since bought a brand new hub. Got it from Rock Auto. And these were only about 150 bucks. The first one I bought was over $400. That was in 19 when the jails were fairly new. And the only place you could get them was the dealers. So go out to Rock Auto, Mopar Parts. They're about the same price. And I would suggest taking it apart in the driveway. Get everything anti-seized so you don't got to use the gear puller. Trust me, it'll be much easier on the trail. And if you're looking for cool places to go with wheeling, check out these spots here. And I'll see you on those trails maybe. Leave me some comments. Let me know where you're going.